In the last few days, a new Chinese model called Kimi K2 was released and is hoping to have another DeepSeek moment where it shocks the whole industry. It's promising to be as capable as the best coding model right now, which is a Claude 4 Opus, whilst being cheaper than even the Claude Sonnet model. However, as we all know by now, benchmarks don't mean anything. These companies fake and cheat on their tests all the time. So unless I test this out myself and put it up against the current king of AI coding, which is Claude 4 Opus, then I won't accept that claim. So make sure you watch till the end to find out who wins this battle. I'll be giving Kimi K2 and Claude 4 Opus the same task and using the same tools, so this will be a very fair test. The task they have is to create a web-based Bloons Tower Defense style game, and I have given them a PRD of every feature, the technical requirements, and even the phases in which I want them to build this out. And the tool we're going to be using is Claude Code because it actually lets you change the base model you are using by exporting the Anthropic base URL and the Anthropic auth token in the environment variables. That way we can point Claude Code to use the base URL and API key that will generate on the Kimi K2 platform site. This will not only let us use the same tool and compare the results, but also how much it's going to cost us since Claude 4 Opus is extremely expensive. Now that we have everything set up, we're going to kick this off with Kimi K2 and tell it I want to start development on the PRD. So I found out what the problem was. So for the base URL, instead of /v1, I'm supposed to use /anthropic. And now if we open up Claude again and give it that task, there we go. So now it seems to have worked. Let's give this a second and see what it does. So it looks like it's starting with phase 1 and it has made a list of all the to-dos for that phase. First thing you'll notice straight away is that Kimi K2 is slower than Claude, so I will skip ahead. Okay, so it's done with phase 1 to 3, so we should now have like some basic balloons and a responsive CSS layout. So as you can see, we do actually have a balloon going on the path. We have a basic GUI over here. We can't place anything yet or start the wave, but this is a good start. Let's tell it to continue with the rest of the phases now. And as that is going on, I'm going to kick off the Claude one because we can run them in parallel. Zoom in. So this is running Claude Code with Claude 4 Opus, and we're going to tell it to... Yeah, now that's running. You can see the list of instructions and tasks that is created. I have a feeling this will finish before the Kimi model, even though I ran this second. I'm very excited to see the result of this. Wow, okay, I was right. So in the time that the Kimi model got to phase 5, the Claude one has already finished. And it's telling me to open the index.html file. So let's go have a look. So this looks very interesting. Similar UI, but I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's place a dart monkey. So this functionality seems to work. Start the wave. Oh, wow. So the monkey's shooting the balloons and is popping them. You can also see the money is going up and the wave number. Wow, this is insane. I do want to tell it to improve the UI, but let's see what the Kimi model can do with the exact same prompt so far. It's been nearly 20 minutes and the Kimi K2 model is still going on with this task. As you can see, it runs into a lot of errors constantly in every task it's doing, so it's really slowing it down. And in this time, I managed to revamp the whole UI for the Claude model, fix the weird path issue that there was. So let's test this out. If I place a monkey, look at that, it prevents you from putting the monkey on the path as well, which is crazy. Let's place it here. Maybe place another one over here. As you can see, the money went down as well. So wave 1, wow, look at all these animations. And start wave, you can see the balloons. There's explosions when it kills a balloon. The dart flying from the monkey. The money is going up. The wave 2 to start another wave. Wow, this is really cool. Oh wow, you can see the darts missing the thing. So here we're on 20 lives. If the dart passes this point, or if the balloon passes those points, as you can see, the lives go down. This is very cool. Our lives are going down, 12, 11, 10. And now we're on wave 3. Let's place one more monkey right here. Start wave. And by the way, this is without giving it any textures or anything. Every single thing here is a shape that it created using the canvas. Very cool. In the meantime, let's see where the Kimi K2 model is at. So this is what it currently looks like. I still can't place a monkey down. Can I start wave? The wave number went up, but I don't see any balloons. I don't see any monkeys. So the Kimi K2 model is finally done. It took around 25, maybe 30 minutes to complete all 10 phases. But let's have a look what it looks like. So it's still the same simple look. Can I place a dart? Oh, there we go. I can place a dart monkey. Let's put it right here. Start wave. Balloons are coming in. I'm not sure why the money's... Oh no, because it's popping the balloons. Money's going up. Balloons are being killed. All right, let's place the second one. So it doesn't stop me from putting it on the path. That's okay. I haven't told it to do that. So let's start the next wave. So this does seem to be working. I am going to do one more thing, just like I did with the Claude Opus model. I will tell it to improve the UI. I didn't tell it anything about how exactly to improve it. I'm just going to say improve the UI, make it look cool, and add some animations. And let's see what it does. So this is exactly what I told the Claude Opus model. Can you improve everything to do with the UI and make it really cool? That's it. Let's see what it comes up with. Honestly, Kimi K2 model is very slow. This is going to take a really long time. For nearly 40 minutes of running, we've only spent 63 cents. So the Kimi K2 model is finally done. As you can see, this is what it came up with. Not the most pleasing to the eye, but this also took an extra half an hour from the last cut. I ran into a bunch of issues where it wasn't rendering the path or anything like that, but it does seem to be working again. There's no animations, no nothing. There's little things like this, but it looks like a very outdated design, and the path doesn't even go all the way. For reference, in the meantime, whilst I was waiting for this model to be done, the Claude Opus model created this. So as you can see, it tried to make a monkey sprite. Apparently this is a monkey. And when I start the wave, you will see we have actual balloons now and actual darts as well. It doesn't know how to kill it. Oh, I might be running into an issue with the balloon popping, but I'm sure that wouldn't take too long to fix. This is in the same time frame as this was created. Obviously, in terms of cost, this might have been a bit cheaper, but it took nearly 3 times as long to complete the same task, and it still did it worse. So as I said, until I test these models out myself, I will not take the claim that the Kimi K2 model is now the king of AI coding. That still stands with the Claude Opus mixed with some Claude code. I still think that's the best option for everyone right now. So yeah, that's the end of the battle. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and comment down below if you have anything that you want me to cover in the next video. Peace.